and blah.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Just Between You and Me. I am Michael.
And I'm Michelle. And today we're going to talk about being your authentic self in every moment, no matter where you are.
Yeah. So to me, being my authentic self is a journey. It's a constant self-discovery. It's like self-love. It's like learning to be your authentic self is learning about yourself. It's learning to accept yourself. And it's learning to listen to different parts of yourself, even parts that you may have grown up rejecting through whatever influences in your life, familial, societal, media, whatever. So yeah, that's a good first pass for me. How about you, Michelle?
Yeah, for me, it really comes down to this piece about authenticity. And not a lot of people know how to be their authentic selves. Some do. Some are really great at it. And a lot of us have conformed to what we have expected of us, expectations of family, friends, media, society. We live in these unconscious expectation bubbles. And it, to me, the journey of being yourself, being myself, is a journey back to discovering what I was or who I was before kind of listening to those bubbles of expectation, and kind of shedding those bubbles of expectation no matter what.
Yeah. That brings up like self-expectation too. It could have been based on others' expectations and influences, but it could have been just expectations you picked up came out of you. Yeah. There's plenty of sources that could have come from that you could track back, but yeah, letting go of self-expectation can be huge for learning who you really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find for me that the first step to this is really just listening to when I'm a yes or a no to something, and really kind of just noticing, not judging, just noticing. If I'm in a place and I really am a no to that experience, or I really feel like this isn't really great, I'm not really good, it doesn't feel good, from the space of like not just uncomfortable, but like icky. And then from there, what am I choosing? So if I'm in one of those spaces where it's like, I don't like this, but I'm still choosing to go forward, am I being my authentic self in that moment? Not judging myself about it, but really leaning into what choice am I making here? And do I want to choose different?
Absolutely. Yeah, I really want to throw a note in here about journaling or making art or some kind of self-discovery tactic or strategy that we can use. There's a whole nother video for talking about being authentic self and connection and learning about authentic self and connection. But first, on this video, learning about authentic connection with self, ways to really facilitate that are journaling or doing art and then interpreting it. And being honest with yourself sometimes means being honest to the page first. And there's sometimes there's a lot of ego and thoughts that buzz around in our heads that are not ours, or they are ours, but we don't agree with them. You know, there's conflicting parts of self. And to be honest with and about those different thoughts and different parts of self, and to write them down, to say them, does not mean that you agree with them or that you align with them or that you allow them to drive your life. They're not driving the bus that is you just because you give them voice. And that's important to realize, I think, on the journey to self-discovery and authentically being you, is being honest to you, about you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
wait, I want to say that. I want to say that again. The journey of self-discovery is being honest about yourself to yourself. Like, that's a real
word
nugget right there.
Yeah.
Because that can be very, very difficult.
Exactly.
The easiest person to lie to is us.
Yeah. Right.
The easiest person to lie to is
self.
It's true.
Yeah.
And if you convince yourself of that lie, then it's the truth to you. So it's the truth that you speak to others.
Right. Absolutely. And it can be really hard to be authentic to other people. And so starting with you can be
with authenticity,
making a safe space within yourself before you try to make it in other connections. Like, there's a building there in both places, but
Mm-hmm.
the page, whether it's for writing, whether it's for art, whether it's your voice talking into your phone, like, it's a safe place to start because it can be just secure to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really encourage you to tap into that voice inside while you're doing that journaling. What is the authentic truth?
Mm-hmm.
What is truly a yes? What is truly a no? What feels, I'm going to say the word good. What I mean when I say that word is what feels like it's really you,
Mm-hmm.
and what feels like you're not so sure.
Yeah. I've heard this been likened to eating food. And it's really easy to taste something and know whether you like it or not. And sugar addictions aside, and like authentically tasting food and not tricking yourself there is a whole other topic. But just the purity of, does this taste good to me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, does this experience taste good to me? Do these words taste good to me? Is this authentically me?
It's an interesting way to think about it. Is think about authenticity as food or as something that you'd be tasting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Does it taste real to me?
does it taste real?
Because parts of you may not taste good to you, and being honest there is the thing too.
That's interesting.
Does it taste real to you? Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah.
I think self-acceptance really starts with being authentic, with being your authentic self. So self-acceptance really starts here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And, this isn't to change or to shift who you are at the core. The idea is to get back in touch with who you are at the core.
Right.
Who you joyfully, authentically, beautifully are.
Right now.
Right now, in this moment. So if you have any more questions about this particular topic or any topic around connections or relationships, you can totally leave a comment down in the comment section down below, or contact us via one of our website connections or Instagram.
Whatever's down in the comments.
Whatever down there in the description down below.
Pathways down there to follow.
And of course, like, share, subscribe. And if you know anyone who you feel would resonate with any of our content, please feel free to share it and connect them to us.
Yes. Please do.
Yeah.
I think that about covers it. So I'm Michael.
And I'm Michelle, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you all so much for joining us.